Hey all you Habs fans, and welcome to another Habs History Series video. 1985-86 season in review. That was the season that introduced us to Patrick Roy, and also we won the Stanley Cup that year. So it was a good season that way. It was an unexpected Stanley Cup. I'm going to tell you why, and I'm going to tell you all about it right here at Talking Habs, the home of Habs hockey, where everything is dedicated to the Habs and all things hockey. So if you're a Habs fan like I am, I've been a Habs fan for a long time, 50 years now, head down there, subscribe, and ring that notifications bell, and that's going to get you your daily fix of Blue, Blanc, Rouge right here at Talking Habs. While you're on the way down there to do that, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and any comments you may have about that season, about your memories that year, about the Habs, or this video, whatever you want to say in the comment section down below. Read all my comments. So let's get into it. I'm going to get my board ready, and I'll be right back. All right, so the 1985-86 season in review. The Habs were 40, 33, and 7, so not a great record. Patrick Roy was his first season. I do believe, I think it was Steve Penny didn't have a great season. They had the other goalie was Doug Sotart. Anyway, they were 40, 33, and 7. They were second in the Adams division, fifth in the Wales Conference. And of course, I didn't get what position they were in for the whole league. They scored 330 goals, gave up 280 goals. Their GM was Serge Savard, I believe his second or third season as GM. Coach was Jean Perron, his first season as coach. Captain Bob Gainey. The assistants were Matt Naslund, who filled in March to May, I think, for Mario Tremblay, but I'm not positive. Could have been Larry Robinson, but I don't think so by games played. Larry Robinson, Mario Tremblay, obviously the other two. Stats leaders, goals. I might as well say goals, assists, points, all one guy. 43 goals, 67 assists for 110 points, and that was the great short guy, Matt Naslund. So anybody talking about is the short guy capable? There you go, right there. 110 points, led the team. I believe he was something like 5th or 6th in the league. Great player. Penalty minutes, 274 by Knuckles Nyland. Plus-minus leader, Larry Robinson with a plus 29. Wins, Patrick Roy, even in his rookie season, 23 wins. A 3.35 goals against average. Now, obviously, there's only the 3 goalies, but he wasn't that far off. And he was something like 8th in the league for goals against at 3.35. Can you imagine? Different day and time. Shutouts. They caused other teams to be shut out 4 times, and they were shut out twice. It was Montreal's 77th season, and they won their 23rd Stanley Cup. In the Adams division, this is how it finished. Quebec was 43, 31, and 6 with 92 points. Montreal, like I said, 40, 33, and 7 with 87 points. Boston, 3rd place. I always love to see when they're behind Montreal. 37, 31, and 12, 86 points. Hartford, 40, 36, and 4, 84 points. And Buffalo bringing up the rear, 37, 37, and 6 with 80 points. Now, out for the year. Big year. Big players out. Guy Lafleur, out. He left last season. After playing 19 games, he had retired. Mark Hunter, out. Steve Shutt, also out. Ron Flockhart, but he played enough games to be listed here the year before. So Ron Flockhart is out, and Pierre Mondu is out. I do believe it was an iron injury, a stick, or a puck in the eye in the previous playoffs, and he was not able to play again. Pierre Mondu, really good, solid second, third line center, can put up points too. We see now draft picks. Tom Chorsky was first round, number 16. Brent Gilchrist in the 4th round, number 79. Now Gilchrist turned out to be a good hockey player. Chorsky played in the NHL, not great. He played a little bit, not that much. Round 6, 117th. Donald Dufresne, who played a little bit here in Montreal, but, I mean, that was the best of their draft picks. In for the season, Patrick Roy in his rookie year. Shel Dahlin, his rookie season, and he was the scoring leader for rookies with 32 goals, I think, and 39 assists, but 71 points. Claude Lemieux in his rookie season, Stéphane Richer in his rookie season, Brian Fruitland, and Sergio Momesso rookie season. So they had a lot of new guys in, young guys. It was a young team, hence the reason probably why, right, that they weren't expected to win the Stanley Cup or to really do well, and they ended up doing well. I'll get the next board and we'll go over their scoring and the playoff scoring and everything. Okay, so like I said, there was a lot of influx of young players, and it showed, but it was the young guys that got them through in the end, and by that I mean Patrick Roy, obviously, he won the Conn Smythe Trophy in the playoffs. Let me see now, who else was there? I can't remember, hang on a second. Well, Sheldon, I don't remember him. I mean, he had that rookie, leading the rookie scorers. Somebody else I'm thinking of. Claude Lemieux in the playoffs. Claude Lemieux had 10 goals. I think it's here. 10 goals, 6 assists, but he had like 2 very important overtime goals. Very important. And he got Brian Fruitland, who set a record in fastest goal in overtime. I think it was game 2 of the finals. He scored in 9 seconds into the overtime. And I remember that. We were just sitting down, getting ready for the overtime. You know how overtime is. You're on the edge of your seat. Next goal wins. That's how it goes. And anybody could win. You never know. And we were just getting ready, and it was over. I bet you a lot of people didn't even get into their seats to sit down and watch it, or were not even had their eyes on the screen probably because it was 9 seconds in. Anyways, so that sets a record for overtime goals in the playoffs. So yeah, the youth had a big no, input's not there. Right? Anyways, they contributed a lot in this season. Although, like I said, at 40, 33, and 7, not their best season, but they got in and they did well. And the reason that they did well, in my opinion, 2 teams that were very important got knocked out, and that was the New York Islanders, who, yes, by a couple of seasons removed from their 4 cups in a row, but still a very strong team, and the Edmonton Oilers, who had won, I believe, the previous season, maybe 2, and they got knocked out by the Calgary Flames, who Montreal would defeat for the Stanley Cup in the second round. And the Islanders got knocked out by Washington in the first round in the best-of-5 series, and without winning a game, 3-0. So, yeah, it paved the way for Montreal, for any team at that point, really, considering probably the 2 favored teams in each conference got knocked out really early. And I remember that we were really excited, and as I'm sure all the fan bases were, that it increased the chances that we could win, So we have here, I'll just show you, Naslin had 110. You got Bobby Smith had 31 goals, 55 assists for 86 points. Larry Robinson, the reason why he was so great, great defensively, but the numbers, 19 goals, appropriate, his number, 63 assists for 82 points. So, no, not Paul Coffey, not Bobby Orr, but, 82 points from your defenseman. God, I wish we could have that right now. Sheldon, like I said, 32 goals, 39 assists, 71 points. Guy Carbonneau, 20 goals, 36 assists, 50 points. Not bad for your checking center. Ryan Walter, 50. He was injured that year a bit. He's only played 69 games. 15 goals, 34 assists for 49 points. Bob Gainey, his usual 20 goals, 20 assists, 23 assists in this case, 43 points. He almost always chipped in right around there. Mike McPhee, 19 goals, 21 assists, 40 points. And I'll just get down to Richer. Mario Tremblay, who was injured, he only played 56 games. 19 goals, 20 assists, 39 points. And Richer, in his rookie season, 65 games, 21 assists, 21 goals, 16 assists, 37 points. Now, on the playoff side, it changed around a little bit, but basically the big guys are there. One guy that wasn't there in this list, he's down here, he was injured a lot, was Chris Chelios, who was the alternate, what were they, co-captains? Carbonneau and Chelios here were co-captains, and I believe that Chelios got traded not too long after this season, and then Carbo retained his Oh, you know what? I'm ahead of myself. That's down the road. I'm sorry. That's down the road. This is 86. Gainey is captain. That's what happens when you get old. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I don't remember exactly when Chelios was traded, but that story about that they were co-captains, that is true. And I do believe Gainey did not play too many more seasons after this, but we'll get into that when we get into some later season in reviews. So in the playoffs, Naslund, of course, led both ways. 8 goals, 11 assists, 19 points. Like I said, Claude Lemieux, a rookie, had just a great playoffs. He was just great. That's all I can say. He got a lot of breakaways. He got some very important goals in those 2 overtime goals that he got. I think he only got 2. He might have had more, but he was thrilling when the overtime came around. Bobby Smith, 7 goals, 8 assists for 15 points. Robinson, no goals, 13 assists. Carbo, 7 goals, 5 assists, 12 points. And Chelios, 2 and 9 for 11 points. Gainey, 5 and 5 for 10. Okay, so we got to that. That Fruitland scored the fastest goal, and I think it's still the record, 9 seconds in overtime. Patrick Roy, in the regular season, 23, 18, and 3 with a 3.35 and a surprising 8.75 save percentage and a shutout. Doug Sotart, in 23 games, 11, 7, and 2, 2.77, and 8.95 goals against, 3 shutouts. And then you got Steve Penny it went 6, 8, and 2. And remember I was saying, if you watched the video, I think my last video, where I said I saw goalies with 5s and 6s for goals against average. Well, Steve Penny, 4.36 and an 8.39, and he still made 18 starts. But I would think that's the reason why Roy was called in. I think Penny got injured. They called in Roy, and he played most of the games the rest of the way. I believe that's. I don't think he was already up here when Penny got injured. So in the finals, Montreal met Calgary, and it went 5 games. Calgary won the first game 5-2 in Calgary. Second game went to overtime. That, I believe, was that fastest overtime where Brian Screwland scored the goal. So it was 3-2 Montreal in Calgary. They came back to Montreal. Montreal repaid them for that 5-goal game, and they won 5-3. Then there was the 1-0 win in Game 4, and that was a really exciting game. Calgary just couldn't solve Patrick Roy, and vice versa. Now, who was in nets? I want to say Mike Vernon. Mike Vernon was in nets, and it was like a goaltender's duel, if I remember correctly. Thought it was going to go into overtime, I believe. It might have been like goal. I didn't really look up the box scores. That's what my memory tells me. And then in the final game, it was 4-3 Montreal. It was a tight game. It was an exciting game, and Montreal won the cup in Calgary on Calgary's ice, and it was their 23rd cup of in their history, their 22nd in the NHL, and they had one in the NHA, which is the National Hockey Association. That was the first one, and there you go. They would not go on to repeat, and they would not win another one until 1993, and that would be the last one, and we're still waiting for another one. So there you go. That's the 1985-86 not Stanley Cup, hockey NHL season in review for the Montreal Canadiens. So if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Head down there while you're on the way there to do that, and subscribe and ring that notifications bell if you haven't already. And that'll get you your daily fix of Blue Blanc Rouge right here at Talking Habs. And please, while you're down there, can you leave any comments you may have about this video, about that season, about the playoffs, about Patrick Roy, anything you want in the comment section. I read all my comments, and I will respond to most of them. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Really do appreciate it. Please stay safe. Wash your hands. Stay inside. Don't breathe on people. Stay 6 feet apart wherever you are. And that's it. Peace out, everybody. See you next video. Bye-bye.